With yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. You see the Maryland beer in front of us with that little flying dog emblem. Hell yes, you see the swag. You see more Maryland beer. So what time is it? It's time for DJ to go local. That's right, guys. We're going local again today. Headed up to Flying Dog Brewery in Frederick, Maryland, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer are we going to have from them today? We're going to have their Bloodline Blood Orange IPA. Now, you guys may recall that last year I had this at the Maryland Craft Beer Festival. At the time, it was not a beer that was bottled. It only came out in kegs. That's why I had it at the beer festival. It was fresh, and it was, I think, the first time they brewed it. Yeah, 2013 was the first time they brewed it. So, this particular beer, at time of review, is super fresh. How do I know it's super fresh? Because I know how to decode their draconian date system on the side of the bottle, which says 308A14, which means this beer is good until November 4th of 2014. At time of recording, this beer is 9 days old. How do I know it's only 9 days old with that? Because Flying Dog considers their beers fresh for 140 days. So, now that we've got that mouthful of information, what more about the beer? This is an IPA. It's now a year-round serving, 7% ABV and 40 IBUs. In this beer, for malts, they're using rye and caramel malt. For hops, they're using Northern Brewer, Citra, and Galaxy. Now, when I had this last year at the festival, they were using, Warrior hops in it. So this may taste a little bit different. I was geeking out on this beer last year, and I was really digging it. Now, for adjuncts in this beer, as the name suggests, blood orange, they use blood orange zest, which is kind of like a common MO for craft brewers these days. But they also use blood orange juice in this, along with the zest or peel that they put into it. So, this is meant to be a really bright, citrusy beer, but still have balance. So that's probably why they have a clocking in at 40 IBUs. So, you know what? I'm done flapping my gums. I'm going to pop the top on this, and I'm going to tell you what's up with the Flying Dog Blood Orange IPA. Let's see. Oh, nice hiss off the top. I wonder if I'm still going to grade this an A. That's what I want to see, because I really dug this at the festival last year, and I dug it on like a semi-wrecked palate too, you know? Yeah, man, this is pouring nice. Hell yes, get in the old Flying Dog Poco glass here. All right. There we go. We got that to the side. Now, what do we have here, guys? We've got a gorgeous orange-looking beer. It's an orange amber. We got a solid two fingers head on the top of this, and they're sort of khaki off-white bubbles verging on white, really light, sort of maybe eggshell color. Little tiny soap sudsy when I swirl it. Yeah, we're getting some decent alcohol legs and a little bit of glass lacing, just getting ready to cling onto that. But look at that beer, guys. Look at it closer. Really gorgeous. There's a little chill haze on the glass now, but it's a very clear beer. It's only a little bit slightly hazy. So let's get a nose on this and see what's up with the Blood Orange IPA in the aroma department. Man, nice. The first thing you're greeted with is what? Sort of like grapefruit. And to me, sometimes blood orange zest has that grapefruit sort of smell, but it's really, really sweet grapefruit. Almost if you took like ruby red grapefruit and put a little bit of sugar on it, that's kind of the aroma. After that, I'm getting some sweet malt, a little bit of breadiness, a little bit of like pine in there, some tropical fruits, maybe a really very slight pineapple, but overall a really, really pleasant smelling beer. And it's got a really big, pronounced citrus character, like it should if it's called a Blood Orange IPA, right? So, let's get a taste on it and see if that pans out in the aroma, not aroma, damn, I can't even talk, in the flavor department. Obviously, guys, I need a beer. Cheers. Wow. It's pretty much just as I remember it. It's been a long time, but wow, it really has a blood orange flavor to it. And if you've had blood orange before, you know it's got a tinge of that grapefruit to it. If you haven't had blood orange, what it tastes like is grapefruit, like ruby red grapefruit, dark ruby red grapefruit that has some sugar or sweetener put on it. But wow, really smooth, carbonation spot on. There was no alcohol in the aroma, there's no alcohol in the taste. And as far as the Blood Orange department goes, it's delivering 100%. I had the Elysian beer. I can't remember. I think it's like Super Fuzz or something like that. That's supposed to be Blood Orange as well. And that was okay. But this is bigger Blood Orange flavor than that. It really tastes like Blood Orange. It's got a nice bitter, zesty, grapefruit zesty finish to it that's drying and brings you back for another drink. You can see I've pounded that down this glass pretty quick. And look at the glass lacing on that, guys. Really well made, really tasty beer. I've been quite impressed with the new additions to the year-round line that Flying Dog. I need more beer tonight, guys. This is one of those nights. But Flying Dog has been adding great beers to their year-round lineup. You know, they added Gonzo to year-round, their porter, which was way better than Road Dog Porter, and they've also added the Truth into the year-round, and now they've added Bloodline. Really great moves on their part. You know, they even put out the seasonal that we got over here, the Dead Rise, which is, if you're a Mailander, that's really cool. If you like Old Bay, it's really cool. But, man, this beer is bumping. It would pair really well for food, and it's got really good amount of bitterness to it, but there's enough balance in there that brings it about. And I think the balance of the sweetness and the malt in there is what brings it back enough and that's what's making it taste like Blood Orange. Because if it was too bitter, it would just wreck down on your palate, and that sweetness that is inherent in Blood Orange itself would be totally lost. And maybe the addition of the actual Blood Orange juice into the whole process helps that out. So, you hear me kind of liking this beer. What do the other guys grade this? Right Beer's giving it a 90, which I can't believe because it's not a 10% beer. Anyways, and Beer Advocate, they also give it a 90. We've got parity there. I'm going to give this beer an A. I'm going to give it a 95 because it's exactly as advertised. My beer memory tells me I like it just as much as I did. I really like Blood Orange, so this beer is quite appealing to me, and I think this would also pair well with a lot of food. So if you've had this beer, let me know what you think about it. You know what? And I love the quid pro quo back and forth. If you haven't had it, if you want to try to get it, you know what? It's probably only available in Maryland right now, but since it's part of their year-round serving, that means they're going to start spreading it out to other places to distribute. So, now we got to talk about something really important. That we got the grading done. We got to talk about thinking globally. We got to talk about drinking locally. You know what? And we got to support local creativity. You know, like our little Flying Dog sign says here, man. So guys like the Flying Dog will keep taking their one-off beers and deciding, you know what? I want to take a chance on that, and I want to put it out to the world and see if some more folks will enjoy it just like we do. And folks at the beer festivals and things like that, we're geeking out about. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, just remember that I appreciate each and every one of you. Please rate, comment, subscribe. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, and that'll put my happy face on. Until the next DJs BrewTube, I'm going to drink this beer and probably another one, because obviously by my stumbling and stammering today, I need more brew to fuel the brain or kill some of it, whatever the case may be. So, anyway, till the next time, I got nothing but a bunch of love for you and a big-ass local drinking. A peace out!